Thank you. Now, my next guest is best known for his role as Sherlock Holmes' arch-enemy, Jim Moriarty. But Andrew Scott is now showing his softer side in his film, The Stag. The film sees Andrew take his best friend on a stag do to the Irish countryside for a quiet weekend. Not all goes to plan.
We were just here. We were just here. This is where we were.
No, we weren't. We were just somewhere that looks exactly like this.
Okay, maybe we should just shelter here until daylight.
We are naked.
I am aware of that!
Okay, I think we should just keep moving and stay warm.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do the Emperor Penguin.
Yes. Yeah. Go for me, go for me. Okay, right, okay. Okay, yeah. Move. Go.
Brilliant. Great to see you, Andrew. Not quite so much of you as there,
absolutely.
but still lovely to have you here at all.
That's why you want to see first thing in the morning.
Exactly. Even though it's set in the Irish countryside, I'm kind of hoping for your sake that that was filmed in Barbados.
It surely wasn't.
Oh,
It
no.
was not. It was filmed in the Wicklow Mountains in November.
Oh, no.
So we keep saying we're asking the audiences to be forgiving. Yeah.
So what's The Stag about then?
Well, essentially, it's kind of the anti-stag film. It's about a group of guys who don't really like the idea of going on a stag and all this sort of being tied to a lamppost and, you know, drinking incessantly and exclusively male company. So it's these guys who really don't like going on a stag, and then they decide to go on a very gentle stag, and it's infiltrated by a kind of maniac stag guy called the Machine, who's one of those guys who loves stags.
Going crazy!
And then, you know, hilarity ensues.
It looks great fun.
It's great fun. It's really genuinely funny, and it's one for the girls as well, actually, because I think sometimes people think because it's called a stag, it's, you know, not one that the girls like, but actually it's very gentle in a way, you know.
Was it nice to be filming back in Ireland? Because you come from Dublin,
yeah,
don't
I'm from
you?
Dublin. Yeah, it was great. I hadn't worked there in a good few years, so it was fantastic because I know that these kind of guys, you know, very sort of urban. Kind of Dublin guys, and so yeah, it was quite easy. I wanted to do something a little bit nearer my own personality, you know.
Right.
I played rather dark characters the last few years, so I wanted to do something a bit, you know, something a bit lighter in tone, you know.
Well, talking of dark characters, Mr. Moriarty. I mean, you kind of left us on a cliffhanger, didn't you, at the end of the last series? With a kind of, you know, I'll be back, or did you miss me, or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All over the place. So we did miss you.
Good.
Will you be back in the next one?
They are filming a special of Sherlock in January.
Ah.
So you'll just have to wait and see.
That's all a bit mean.
It is a bit mean, isn't it? Yeah. He died, didn't he? Didn't he die? I thought Moriarty died.
But, you know, there's also people die and come back all the time.
It's so funny. I'm asked that question, as you can imagine, a lot. And I always think it would just be so weird if I really revealed what was going to happen. It would just spoil it for everybody. I think people think they want to know the answer to this.
But they really don't. Okay, go on then. We'll play along.
Yeah, play along.
I mean, it's such a great part for you to get your teeth into, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Playing such a meanie baddie. You must kind of
It
want to do
It
more.
was, yeah. It was really extraordinary because I think for an actor it's great because he's a lot of different characters in one. You know, so you get to disguise yourself in many different ways. And also, I mean, he's a very dark character, but he's a very comedic character as well. It's a lot of fun to play. I mean, I know a lot of people have to look at him as a dark character, but I don't. I see him as a sort of fun character to play. And
you had a real relationship with Benedict Cumberbatch on screen, don't you? Where you feel even though you're against each other, you know,
well, that's
you rather
something
like
you can
each
never.
other.
Yeah, quite. Yeah. Well, it's something that you can't ever forecast if you're going to have chemistry with another actor. And Benedict is a great pal of mine. We'd worked in the theatre for years, you know, and so it's great, you know, and all of us we're all very lucky because the chemistry is there with all the characters, you know, not just the central relationship between Martin and Benedict, but all the subsidiary characters as well. So it's a great show, and it's sold in 220 countries around the world, so it's really extraordinary. It's changed all our lives and been wonderful. Yeah.
And they won you a BAFTA
It
in
did,
2012.
Yes,
that
indeed.
must have been a fun night.
It sure was. God, I wasn't expecting that at all. Because you're sort of there, and as you know, it's a little bit like watching television.
Yeah.
He says, I have to get up.
It's me! They said bye then.
Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. Yeah.
So look, this is another extraordinary movie you're in called Pride.
Yes.
This is very different.
Very, very
and a
different.
story that's true, but I knew nothing of.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
talk us through it, Andrew.
Well, Pride tells the true story of an alliance between Welsh miners and a group called LGSM, which is Lesbians and Gay Support the Miners, a group of very young gay people at the Gay Pride March, which, as you can imagine, in 1984 is a very different Pride March than we have. And they sent money down to this small Welsh mining village to help them out, and they formed an alliance together that still lasts to this day, and it's a true story. And we're all unbelievably proud of it. It premiered at Cannes there and it went down an absolute storm.
Good.
And it's just a very inspirational, very funny, very moving, very stirring film.
Because they're not communities you would think would naturally form an alliance,
absolutely.
are they?
Well, that's why I think it's so wonderful and why it's a film really for everybody, because we talk so much now about how everybody is different to each other. And, you know, women are different to men and gay people are different to straight people and, you know, whatever. But this is about how everybody really is the same. It's about the idea of solidarity, and it's really, I feel, and we all feel, it's got a great cast: Dominic West, Imelda Staunton, and Bill Nye, and all these fantastic young actors. And we all feel like if films can change the world, and we hope that they can in some small way, that this really is one, and it's something that we hope is the next big special British movie. Yeah.
Well, I hope it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks very
Yeah.
much indeed.
Yeah.
Lovely to chat to
Lovely
you.
to talk
So
to you too.
busy. We've got so much to talk
Yes,
about. We're
indeed.
out of time, Andrew.
Yeah.
Thanks very
Thanks
much
a million.
indeed.
Thank you.